So you want to know what I ate this week, right? Cool. Let me show ya.
Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a beautiful day. If you are new here, hello, my name is Julia and welcome. This week I'm going to show you a very realistic week of me eating, and to be honest, every single what I eat in a week video is going to be very realistic because I practice intuitive eating. I eat to fuel my body and also to enjoy myself. I don't believe that there is a perfect diet out there because we are all so unique and so special, and we all need different things to fuel our mental health and to fuel our physical health and to live a thriving and healthy life with food freedom. I truly believe food freedom is completely possible because I am doing it, and if you are struggling, I believe in you. I believe in you. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the food, okay? Okay, so still low-key obsessed. Actually, you know what? High-key obsessed with Tahini Granola. So we are making a batch to start off the week, but this one is going to be a little bit different from the last Tahini Granola that I made because I'm adding cranberries and chocolate protein powder. And oh my goodness, it was an amazing combination. So delicious. So we got some tahini in there, some agave, and some date syrup as well to sweeten it. And then we're just going to add some salt, mix that up. And I also added vanilla. Forgot to show you that, but there's some vanilla in there. Full recipe is going to be linked down in the description box below, or written down, I should say. Smoothed it all out on a oiled baking sheet. Popped it in the oven until it was golden brown. It was about 20 to 25 minutes in the oven, and then let it cool. That's an important part, guys. Let it cool on the tray for about 15 minutes before you start breaking it apart, because that just gives it time to like crisp up. And I'm always making a mess, so nothing new here. But we got banana, some flax seeds, some chia seed, and some coconut yogurt, just some plain coconut yogurt. Oh, perfect breakfast.
Well, they say that love's a battleground. The battle's won, but we destroyed it.
For lunch, we're having one of my favorite things, which is a stir fry. So I started off by chopping up some onion, some garlic, some ginger, and some broccoli. Threw my onion, garlic, and ginger into a hot pan with some chili oil that my aunt made. I love you, Aunt Olette. Thank you. Anyways, threw in my broccoli, some chili flakes, threw in some tofu, mixed that on up, added some red pepper, and then some sauce, which is just soy sauce and a little bit of agave. Threw some rice noodles in a hot pot until they were all cooked, threw them into a bowl, and then topped it with my stir fry. This one was just super freaking simple. Literally came together in like 15 minutes. Topped it with some green onion and some sesame seeds and enjoyed. And you best bet I went back. You best bet I continued eating, okay? You best bet. After that, I was feeling something a little bit sweet, so I'm making a hot cocoa. I warmed up some soy milk with a touch of water, some cocoa powder, and some ashwagandha. Mixed that on up and then just added it to a cup. Thank you, my friend Veronica, for showing me that you can make hot chocolate with cocoa powder like 2 years ago. I love you. For dinner, we are making a mushroom cab burger. So I just threw a portobello mushroom into a frying pan with a little bit of water just to kind of help it cook. Spiced it with some salt, pepper, and some smoked paprika, and then made my burger with some hummus, some avocado, and some Dijon mustard, and of course some hot sauce because you already know I like things spicy. Homemade pickles. I will link the pickle recipe down below. Do not worry. Some red onion, some sauerkraut, and of course some spinach as well, and then married it with the top bun. And then I just had some leftover purple potato and sweet potato. I just warmed it up in a pan, threw a squeeze of lemon juice on it just to make it a little more fresh, cut my burger in half, and oh, it was such a good burger.
waking up feeling like it's
So starting my day with a smoothie, which is a little bit different for me. I usually start my day with a hot drink, and I'm starting my day with a cold drink. Little weird, but you know what? We do what we do. So, couple frozen bananas, some blueberries, some ground flax, some ground chia, some protein powder, some matcha tea, some ashwagandha, touch of water to thin it all out. And then enjoyed this delicious bad boy with my glass straw. I went to school for glass art actually, and one of my classmates actually made that straw, so it's kind of cool. And then I just made a quick little dandelion coffee before heading to the grocery store.
when you ask me if I'm okay. I don't have a lot to say.
For lunch, we're making a big old salad. If you watched my last vlog, I told you guys that I broke my yellow bowl that I usually make all my Buddha bowls in. Still very upset about it. Still haven't found a new bowl. It's like a breakup, you know? You have to have a mourning period. You can't just replace it right away. You have to have a mourning period. Anyways, we topped our greens with some red onions, some cucumbers, some sun-dried tomatoes, some sauerkraut, hemp seeds, hummus, avocado, all the good stuff. And now we are making a big old batch of some balsamic vinegar. So I got a whole bunch of balsamic vinegar, some oil, some salt, some garlic powder, some black pepper, just a touch of agave, and of course some basil as well. And then you just shake that all up. Realized that I forgot my Dijon mustard. Don't forget that. Shook it on up again. Topped my salad with some pumpkin seeds as well, and then drizzled my balsamic dressing all over. I also got it on the white cloth underneath of the salad, and I was very depressed about it, but we'll get over it. About an hour after the salad, I decided to warm up the rest of the leftover sweet potato, so I did that, and then I added some Frank's Red Hot Sauce because you already know, had a piece of chocolate because chocolate, and then made some dinner.
Lonely days and sleepless nights.
So we're making gimbap. I don't know how to say it. Gimbap. That's how you spell it. It's a Korean thing. Super delicious. Anyways, I want to say I cooked rice and quinoa together because I was feeling rice, I was feeling quinoa, and I just decided to mix the two. And then after I rolled up my gimbap, however you say it, I made a sauce out of soy sauce, sriracha, agave, lime juice, and then some powdered peanut butter as well. Also, high key, tell me in the comments below how to say it. Gim or Jim, okay? Comment.
Please don't think I'm being lazy. I'll lay on here in my crazy.
So I started my morning off super slow with some hot lemon water and some sunlight as well. It's finally consistent, nice weather here in Ontario, Canada, and I am just so beyond happy about it. Anyways, we are feeling super fruity today, so I chopped up a bunch of kiwi, figs, banana, had some blueberries, some blackberries, and some coconut yogurt, and then I threw some granola because fruit, granola, yogurt, best combination ever. Best way to start the day. I am hyping this up way too much. Super simple, super delicious, must try. For lunch, we're having a very similar salad to what we had a couple days ago with the balsamic vinegar, but didn't have any cucumber, so I added carrots and then topped it with some red onions, some sauerkraut, some sun-dried tomatoes, some avocado, some hummus, and of course, some balsamic vinaigrette. And because it was a smaller salad, I warmed up the rest of that stir fry and enjoyed everything together. Weird combo, but it was good. Had some chocolate, went for a run, so I ate half of a banana before the run with a little bit of granola, just, you know, hype myself up, get some energy. When I got back from a run, ate the rest of that banana and then made some dinner. Because I was exhausted after my run and I did not feel like doing anything special, I just cut up some onion and some Brussels sprouts with some garlic, threw some spices in there, and then just sauteed it until the Brussels sprouts were cooked, basically. Made a little dressing with some hummus, some lemon juice, some Dijon mustard, mixed that all on up, and threw that on a plate. Oh, I also threw some jalapeno pepper in with the Brussels sprouts as well, just so you know. Okay, so we're about to have a TMI moment. Pretty sure this coffee gives me the poops, and I don't really know what to do about it. Do I continue drinking the rest of the coffee that I have, or do I throw it out? Do I give it to somebody? I don't know. It's just this particular coffee that leaves me going to the toilet more often than I would like to admit, to be honest. So sorry, TMI. Anyways, smoothie time. So, banana, pineapple, berry protein powder, ashwagandha, some coconut, some flaxseed, some hemp seed, some ground chia seed, water, and some milk as well. And then blended that on up until it was smooth, and then enjoyed it.
I don't know, dear.
For lunch, we're having some pasta. So I started off by sauteing some mushrooms, added some garlic and some red pepper, and then made my sauce out of lemon juice, hummus, Dijon mustard, and some nutritional yeast. I then added some black pepper, mixed it all on up, added my pasta, which is brown rice pasta, by the way, along with some sun-dried tomatoes, my sauce, mixed it on up. If you've never made a pasta sauce with hummus before, go do it. It's delicious and such a simple way to have a vegan creamy pasta sauce. So as you saw, I quickly had some granola before heading over to a friend's. We hung out and then decided to make some brownies, some sweet potato brownies to be exact. I will link the full recipe down below because you have to try these. They're so fudgy and rich and delicious. Like, I wish we got a zoom in on these brownies. It'll be later in the video because, you know, we didn't eat them all right then. One of those brownies were for me, one of those were for him, and then we got some sushi. Had some seaweed salad as well. We also ate all of the sushi, by the way. We ate it, had a little break, and then went back to it. It was like a chore. Like, we had to finish the job that we started. You know what I mean?
It's true. We'll talk about it and talk until we're done. I love
This morning we were starting the day with a matcha tea, which doesn't give me the poops, so 2 thumbs up to that. Anyways, I just chopped up an apple and a banana. I wasn't feeling anything crazy this morning, so I had my matcha, had my apple and banana with some peanut butter, of course. Also, I had 2 scoops of that peanut butter, not just that one, okay? So you're just gonna have to trust me on it. Anyways, later in the day, I was still feeling fruity, so I just had some blackberries, blueberries, figs, some coconut yogurt, bunch of granola, and then I threw some kiwi on there as well. Again, I just love fruit and granola bowls like this. So bomb.
I don't know, dear, just how far we'll go, but I hope here is where I lay low. Trade those late nights for early sunrise, so I have time to look in your eyes. Come on now.
I'm sick of daydreaming. I just want the feeling of you in my bed. I'm down at this.
So I went on a hike with my mom, and then we got some takeout from this vegan Indian place here where I live, and I got this green curry with tofu in it, and it came with naan bread and quinoa and some greens and stuff as well. Didn't have any of the greens because I didn't just feel like eating plain lettuce because it didn't have a sauce. Anyways, got home, had a brownie, made this super simple smoothie. The cleanup was more difficult than making the smoothie, let's just put it that way.
Can't spend time alone.
And then after that, I decided to have a few dates with some peanut butter as well.
Don't like all this distance. I want you close, I'm missing you.
Tell me what you do on a Sunday.
So I'm starting my day with some hot lemon water, and I decided to add a couple drops of oregano oil to it. Wasn't the best idea, but it happened. So that's what I had. And then I decided to attempt to make juice without a juicer. So I blended up some celery and some lemon along with some water, and then ran it through my nut milk bag and then squeezed it until there was no more juice coming out of the pulp. And then I just threw it into a cup and enjoyed half of it, and I saved the rest for tomorrow.
I can't get enough. that's all I need.
Why I'm feeling so drinky today, I don't know, because I decided to make a matcha after that as well. Lemon water, celery juice, matcha. I don't know. It just happened. That's the day. After all those drinks, we decided to have some substance. So I mashed up half of a banana, added some protein powder, some salted maca caramel protein powder from Vivo Life, added my oats, added the rest of that banana, some blueberries, and a bunch of other toppings. You guys know, if you've watched my other videos, I'm very generous with my toppings on my oatmeal because, let's be real, oatmeal is boring. I'm going to say it. I'll say it for you guys. Oatmeal is boring. The toppings are where it's at, okay?
So you and I should be human beings and not
For lunch, we're having a big ol' salad, so I plated up some spinach, red onion, some cucumber, threw in the leftover quinoa and leftover lettuce from the Indian place that I went to with my mom, chopped up some red peppers because I wanted some more color in this salad and it needed some red pepper, and then threw in half of an avocado, topped it with some hemp seeds, and some balsamic vinaigrette. I decided not to throw in any sun-dried tomatoes in this salad just because sometimes if I eat too many tomatoes, my skin just doesn't really love it. So I always try to keep that in mind.
the worlds that we see.
So as you saw, I melted some dark chocolate over the stove, and then now I'm just rolling in these like cashew, strawberry things that I made a long time ago. I'll link the recipe down below. And they were just sitting in my freezer because when I made them, I ran out of chocolate to roll the rest of them in. So those were the leftovers, and then I just never ended up rolling them in chocolate. And then I decided to roll some banana in some chocolate as well, just because I melted way too much chocolate.
Outside.
So I decided to get a head start on dinner tonight because my friend was coming over and we were gonna go for a long walk, and I just didn't feel like cooking dinner after the long walk. So I steamed some pumpkin in my pot, added it to my blender along with some coconut milk, some spices, some sauteed onion and garlic, and then it was too thin, so I added some oats to thicken it.
No one ever loves her. I love her.
So once we got back from the nice long walk that we went on, I decided to cut up half of a cauliflower and then just saute it in a pan until it was fully cooked. Added my pumpkin curry and then heated it all the way through while the rice was cooking. This curry would actually be very good with chickpeas in it as well, but it was amazing with cauliflower, and I actually don't love chickpea curries too much. Anyways, topped everything with some green onion and some sesame seeds. This would also be great if you topped it with some roasted pumpkin seeds. I was just a little bit too lazy to warm up the pumpkin seeds, so sesame seeds it was. These look so bomb.
These days, it's not easy.
So we're starting the day with a matcha tea. Added my matcha, added a little bit of agave. The milk that I was using previously in the week actually was sweetened. This guy was not sweetened, so I needed a little bit of agave in with my matcha. Also, I changed the batteries in my frother, and look how much better it is. Look at that, that's amazing. I always just feel bad not using it until like it dies because I just feel like I'm wasting batteries.
I don't know, dear, just how far we'll go, but I hope here is where I lay low. Trade those.
Thank you for 5K! I am so appreciative of all of you. I look like a mess right now, but you know what? I'm gonna just roll with it. As for always, let's make some freaking breakfast. All right, let's go.
And do nothing with me till we're
After my dance party celebrating hitting 5K, which I have all of you guys to thank for that, I am so beyond grateful. And as I am doing this voiceover, I am at 6.5K. What? Mind literally blowing every single day because of all of you and all of your beautiful support. Anyways, we made a smoothie. I'll write it down in the description box below. After that, I decided to have a little bit of granola with some soy milk as well. And that was my morning.
Has begun each time they
For lunch, we were having a big old stir fry, so I chopped up some onions, some carrots, some peppers, some mushrooms, and some bok choy as well. Added my chili oil from my aunt, Olette. Her name is actually Colette, by the way. I just had a really hard time saying C's when I was a kid, so she was Olette. My brother Carl was Arl, and my aunt Olette just kept that name. So anyways, I added all of my veg to my frying pan with some soy sauce as well, and I didn't do really anything else besides add chili flakes and soy sauce to my veg, and it was just super simple, super freaking delicious. If you cook your veggies right, they don't need much seasoning. For dinner, we were having a cauliflower dish, so I chopped up my cauliflower and then made a batter to roll it in out of chickpea flour, some salt, some garlic powder, some chili flakes, and then just added water and chickpea powder as I went until I had the proper consistency and the right amount for the amount of cauliflower that I had. And then I just added my cauliflower right to that big old bowl, mixed it up until everything was covered, and then added it to a hot pan with some oil. I don't have a proper lid for that pan, so I just added a cake pan on top, and you know what? It worked. So can't complain. Anyways, we're making a sauce to roll the cauliflower in. So we got lime juice, sriracha, soy sauce, and some peanut butter. And then I just tasted and added as I went until I had the right sauce that I wanted. And then I sauteed some garlic and then added my sauce to it after the garlic was cooked, and then added my cauliflower, gave it all a mix. I don't really know what to call this cauliflower dish, to be honest, but like if you were vegan, before you were vegan, you went to like a Chinese restaurant and you'd order like, I don't know, just like General Tao's chicken, and they gave you like chicken with sauce on it, and like that was basically it. Kind of on the same lines as that, but cauliflower, but it tasted nothing like General Tao's chicken, and it was like peanut butter. Anyways, you get my drift.
To be honest, I don't really need to be fair. To be honest, I've been caught up in the deep end. When you want it, I've been rolling on a road.
As you saw, I started my day with a matcha tea and some granola. That foam on the matcha tea though, fire, beautiful. Anyways, we're making a wrap, but there was a little bit of leftover chickpea batter from the cauliflower last night, so I just added it to the pan and fried it up until it was like a wrap. And then I topped it with a whole bunch of things, some hummus, sriracha, sauerkraut, spinach, greens, veggies, all the things. After that, I decided to make a quick smoothie. However, I ran out of bananas, so it's just a blueberry smoothie with some soy milk and some protein powder and some ashwagandha and some water. I don't know about you guys, but honestly, like I love just like a plain blueberry smoothie. I love blueberries, so this was great. And then I had a little snacky poo of some chocolates because yum. And then I just munched on a little bit of berries and had one of these when I got over to my friend's house. And then we just warmed up one of those pre-made vegan pizzas, and this was great. However, I do want to say this was the pre-game. This was the pre-game pizza, guys. You'll see in just a second what I mean.
Don't always look the same. When words have no place and time has escaped. Ooh, that's where our hearts connect. So you and I should be
I needed this.
endings and not just pieces in a puzzle.
Thank you so much for watching today, guys. It truly means the world to me. It lights me up inside to make these videos and to talk to all of you. Remember to stay true to yourself, eat your greens, drink lots of water, and tell yourself you love yourself because you deserve it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you again soon for lots more content coming your way. Mwah!